Hey everybody, it's Saratoga, and this is your weekly focus card reading for the week beginning July 13th through July 19th, 2020. So we have an extraordinary reading this week. It is exceedingly powerful, and as you can see, we have two cards this week instead of one. The first card says openness, the second one says power. This reading clearly goes beyond just this 1 week. This is a very big energy. So let's just go over this. The first card has an image of the full moon and it says openness. This is really about opening up to a higher level of consciousness, opening up to a higher level of power. The moon to me, a full moon is always good for clearing and cleansing. And we have to really be able to clear out all of our old perceptions, our old beliefs about what it means to be human. I'm telling you guys, that is one of the biggest things that is standing in the way of us coming into our full cosmic level of power that we are really capable of as infinite beings. What stands in the way is that we are very deeply attached to a false belief of what we think it means to be human. We've been told being human means to have a good side and a bad side and duality and all of this stuff. So I'm suggesting to you guys to consider clearing that out, because you need to clear that out in order to come into the truth of who you really are. So the full moon to me is all about, in order to be open to your highest self, to your higher power, your higher cosmic self, you also have to be willing to clear out all the junk that's in the way, which is mostly related to stuff in your mind. Also, the backdrop of this card is sort of a cosmic backdrop. It's beyond the earth. We don't see the earth here. We're looking past the earth. I'm not going to talk about the cosmic symbols in the background of the moon because I don't think it really applies to this reading. But I will just say that what does apply is just the image of the cosmos. It's like we have to go through that clearing. In other words, if the moon represents what we need to clear out, you can see behind the moon is the cosmos. So we have to go through that clearing first, that letting go first, that release first, in order to go beyond it and reach into the cosmic truth of who we really are as beings. Now let's look at the second card, which says power. As you can see here, there's a storm. We're certainly in the middle of a planetary storm right now. I think that's kind of obvious, right? There's just so much going on. It's just crazy. It's like, I don't need to describe it, right? You guys all know what it is. So the power in this image, the lightning is what really comes across as the power. So lightning is energy. It's high frequency, pure energy. And that's the kind of power that we want to rise into. Needs to go beyond the physical. Okay, physical power is very combative. It's very much entrenched in duality. It's not the power that we need. What we need is the higher power of our cosmic selves. Now, I want to point something out to you guys that you'll find very interesting. If you look at the lower left of this video, you'll see what looks like a tube, a sand-colored tube. That is a piece of fulgurite. If you haven't heard of fulgurite, what it is when lightning strikes sand, it will actually melt the sand. It will just turn it into like molten sand. The lightning goes through it, so it creates a tube. So you can probably see a little opening in that tube. That's an actual tube created by lightning striking sand. That's what that actually is. So the center of the tube, the sand has just been evaporated, literally, and the outside of the tube, the sand is hardened. So that's a hard piece. And if you've ever seen fulgurite, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, maybe this is your first opportunity to see what fulgurite looks like. Fulgurite is considered a very powerful stone. So it's kind of cool because I happen to have this piece of fulgurite and I saw the lightning and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a perfect match, because fulgurite has to do with helping us to become a conscious channel for source energy, for divine source energy. That's what fulgurite helps us do. So that matches the power card with the lightning, because fulgurite is created by lightning, and that's why it helps us in that way. Fulgurite, I put it next to the card with the moon because fulgurite is also great for having huge breakthroughs, major purification, and total transformation. It actually helps us to embody the higher frequency energies of the divine. So it actually does the two things that we need according to what these two cards say. It helps us have massive clearing, massive purification, and in addition, to make it possible for that very high frequency light, that high frequency power and energy to come into us so that we can embody it. So as I always tell you guys, you can tune into these stones through the video, through the energy of these stones if you want to. Now, if you'll notice behind the fulgurite, I have a piece of citrine quartz. Citrine quartz is also excellent for purifying your will. It's for manifestation. So what we're talking about in this reading is we're talking about manifesting our true cosmic power in the world. Now, we don't know what that means necessarily, right? Because we haven't actually seen that happen yet on this planet. We haven't seen what that looks like, or the incredible transformation that can evoke in our entire planetary circumstance. But citrine also helps with imagination and creativity. So we have to also open up our imagination, open up our creativity. A lot of what imagination involves tuning into things that already exist. So something that you might think you're just imagining and it's not really real, you know, like for example, a beautiful vision of paradise, that might actually be something real that you are tuning into. Something real in this universe, a real place in this universe that you're actually tuning into, and you're just calling it your imagination because you don't think it could ever be real here on Earth. So citrine will really help with that, because we want to unify, I guess I'll call it our cosmic imagination, our cosmic mind, our cosmic power and presence, our awakening at the most expanded possible level, so that we can clear out all the junk, all the old beliefs, all the false beliefs of what we think it means to be human. Because honestly, I'm going to repeat this again, you guys. What we believe it means to be human is not the truth, okay? It's not true that part of being human means to have all this, dark side and, negativity and all this kind of built-in stuff that's next to the good part of us that's light and love. And that's not normal. That's not supposed to be happening, okay? We are never, ever going to get out of this situation until we come to terms with what our heart knows, that duality is not what being human means, okay? It's not. Where there is duality in a human being, there is a problem that needs to be solved. The only way that it will be solved is if we release all those beliefs, release all that junk that we've been told that has never worked. Let me point something out to you guys. If that stuff was true, don't you think by now we would have solved our problems? We haven't solved our problems on this earth. The reason we can't solve them is because what we believe is not the truth about who we really are. So at any rate, that's the stuff we have to let go of. Now, it shouldn't be that hard to let go of it if you're listening to your heart, because your heart's going to tell you that truth. You don't need to hear it from me. Don't take it from me. Take it from your own heart. Let your heart tell you what the truth is. It's right there. It's right inside of you. All you have to do is be willing to listen. It's really that simple. So once you listen to your heart and you begin to learn and recognize that we are meant to be incredible, powerful beings. We're not meant to be in this dualistic, finite, I'm going to call it decrepit state, because if we're aging and dying and getting sick and all this kind of stuff that we go through on this planet, that's a decrepit state, you guys. We're not supposed to be in this kind of condition, okay? So I invite you to look at the image in this video and allow it to inspire you, allow it to spark some kind of revelation in your being, some kind of memory perhaps, that will allow you to open up to something better, something bigger, something huge. This is the only thing we have right now, guys. We don't have any other options on this planet. This planet is being shut down more and more and more. And if we're going to try to fight that on a physical level, well, good luck with that, you guys, because I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I don't think we're going to win that war, okay? You could look at it as we're being forced. We're being forced, you guys, to open up, to let go, to release these beliefs. Now, if you're confused about this, and you might say to yourself, I don't want to make this too long, because believe me, this is why I plan my videos out, guys, because I could just talk forever, and I try to keep them short. So if you're confused about this and you're thinking, well, I don't understand how this is supposed to change, you know, I mean, I am a physical body, I don't know how to change it. You have to somehow let go of all those beliefs about what you think is possible, all those beliefs about what you think you know, what you've been told, what you've experienced. You just have to let go of it all and open your mind, just like that picture of the moon. That moon just radiates openness, doesn't it? The card says openness. It's like, open up. Open up, let your imagination expand. Let your creative mind expand. Don't be afraid of power and beauty and the most incredible reality you can imagine. That's the truth, you guys. That exists right now. We're just not tuned into it because we're obsessed with all the junk on this planet. Okay? So, I really want to, with this particular reading, what I want to do is invite each of you guys to just look at this image and see what it inspires in you. See what it may ignite in your being. See if it stimulates some sort of a feeling or a memory or a knowing or just an awakening, really. Because this reading, and you see that big piece of quartz that I have behind those cards, that is a powerful piece of quartz there. So the whole setting to me just speaks of our cosmic power and who we really are. The message is crystal clear. We need to come into our full cosmic power. It's not a physical thing, guys. It doesn't mean it doesn't affect us physically. It will dramatically affect us physically. But we have to let go of the old beliefs. We have to release those old beliefs about who we think we are, what we've believed is real and true, what we've believed is possible, and all the limitations that go along with that. We have to open up, let go of that stuff, release it, and let the miracle of our awakening and our ascension really take hold and see what is actually possible. Let's find out, okay? Let's try it out, you guys. Let's see what happens if we release all that stuff and open up to the truth in our hearts, because that truth is already within you. It's not out there in space somewhere. It's actually right within your being. That's what you're opening up to. You're opening up to something that is already within you. It's within your heart. It's imbued with love, with light, positive energy. There's nothing else. That's all there is in that true reality of who you are at a cosmic level. Okay, so I'm going to let this video play for just a few more seconds, and I'll be quiet. And I want you guys to just kind of be with this image, be with this setting, and see what it inspires in you. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Sending you all so much love. Namaste.